online on a Friday afternoon at 3:08 p.m. Just came back from 5 miles in the wind, and now I'm at the crib. Just finished doing 4 minutes of shadow boxing outside before I came in the crib. Got to keep that shadow boxing popping, man, because got to keep them skills tight. Got to keep that movability around, man. I like to move around a lot. So I was out there popping and moving and popping, and just want to get online to see what everybody got dropping in their neighborhood. What everybody got going on in your neighborhood. What's good, y'all? Just checking everybody out. As you can see, I still got my running gloves on. Gonna put this phone down so I can concentrate, stay focused on the game, on the plan at hand. Take these running gloves off. I always have on gloves when I'm running if it's not too hot. Yeah, had on my secondary VA ball cap because it's what I ran in today. Yeah, man. Let's see, let's raise this up a little bit so I can see y'all. What it do, man? What it do? It's your boy, Coach Carl, man. We having a ball, man. Hey, I wonder where my boy, this me Shorty. Where that boy at? Is she Shorty, you locked up somewhere? Go on, hit me up so I can put some money on your canteen, bruh. Not playing. What's good, y'all? It's Friday. How many of y'all happy about it being Friday? Yes, sir. Had to go wash them glasses off real quick, man. Glasses is mad dirty. And clean them glasses real quick, yo. So I can see what I'm doing. So I can see what's on y'all mind. See what's on your mind. That what it do right there. Man, it's Friday afternoon, y'all. Y'all happy about that? Friday afternoon? See what the lottery numbers was today. I keep getting close. I be hitting so much, man. I want to hit all the time. Hey, look, keep getting close all the time. That's what happened when you hit the lottery so much. Every time the lottery come out, you want to hit it again. You just got to hold that money and stop playing with it. Then you ain't got to be sweating it. Yes, sir. Who we got here? Jay Con, what up, dog? What's good with you, player? Hey, man, I see you out there hustling, baby. Hey, look, you see what I'm doing? I just came back from a 5-mile run. Just came back from the grocery store, buying my groceries. Just came home, stopped in the parking lot, shadow box for, I think, 5 minutes. Hey, man, hey, look, alcohol, man, I told y'all alcohol was a drug. You got to learn how to get off of it. The only way to get off of alcohol, man, is to cut it out. Just like people ask me all the time, how did I stop drinking? I put the bottle down, bruh. I stopped going to the store and stopped buying it. If you stop buying it, you stop drinking it. I told my wife, don't buy me no more beer. Don't buy nothing. Anything you buy for one. If you can't drink it, don't buy it. And then I kind of cut it out, dog. So that's how you do. And you got to keep praying, man. Praying for your discipline, bruh. For your stay power. So staying away power. Just like you do everything else. Because you know it's only the means to an end. Ain't nothing good gonna happen from it. Alcohol ain't never did nothing good for nobody. All it do is prolong the process. You get drunk, you forget about what was going on for right now. Until you start doing it, until you come down off that drink. And then once you come down off the drink, guess what? You start thinking about it all over again. And it's worse now. What up, Elijah? Is it better for fighters to cut a lot of weight or to fight near their natural weight? Most people ain't fighting near their natural weight. Hey, look, if you really look at the scale, the military came up best with a scale. If you Google a military scale for height and weight, it'll pretty much tell you where you want to be at. If you are 5'6" and you saying it's your natural weight because you 180, that's not your natural weight. That's the weight you've been walking around at. That don't make it your natural weight. You know what I'm saying? So you have to know the natural weight. So if you tell me what height you are and how old you are, I can pretty much tell you what your natural weight is and whether you need to cut. Then it all boils down to how hard you hit, how fast you are, and what you want your style to be like. Because that all matters when it comes to boxing. If you want to hit harder, you want to be bigger, then I understand it. But you don't have to hit hard in order to win the fight in boxing. People get confused about that part too. And they think that they got to be strong. They got to hit like Mike Tyson to be a good fighter. No, you can just pop the dude in the right place at the right time and he'll feel like Mike Tyson hit him. Say you 6 foot, 175 to 180. What you think? 6 feet, 175 to 180. You cruiserweight. You doing real good. You in the pocket. Now, if you can be 6 feet and that's your natural walking around weight, it depends on how easy it is for you to lose or gain weight. I wouldn't gain weight, but if you 6 feet, 175 to 180 pounds, you in the pocket. You don't have to worry about losing weight unless you want to go down to the 160s. It all depends on how comfortable you feel with your skill. And whether you hit hard enough, whether you move fast enough, and whether you got enough boxing in your brain and in your heart. If you don't, then come down to a smaller weight class because you'll be naturally bigger. You'll be down on that weight class. You'll be up on the day you fight. He'll have to fight somebody that's a little bit bigger than him. 6 feet is a good height, bro, for 175. That's a great height. So you might want to just don't go above that, bro, because then you're going to start running into the monsters. Chi-Town, 6'2", 190. Is that solid baseline? That's a good solid baseline. But get that 190 down because that 190 at 6'2", you getting close to 200. And if you hit that 201 bracket, bro, you in the super heavyweight division where them dudes could be 300. They could be 100 pounds heavier than you. So you need to come down like my boy Elijah, down to 175 to 180. And that's just going to be from training. You know what I'm saying? Training going to do that. You ain't got to do nothing special. Just start running. Start training hard and start running. And watch how fast you lose it. Central C, you look like you... Now, I ain't from nowhere. I'm from Virginia. Chi-Town, what up? Chi-Town, Y21, what it do? Ma, hey, coach, and everyone in the chat. What up, Ma? What's happening with you? Y'all keep the questions coming. If y'all got questions, I got answers. Let's keep this thing popping. I just finished 3.5 hours of training, a 5.1 mile run, then came home and shadow boxed for I think, maybe just about 4 minutes. 4 minutes of shadow boxing, but I videotaped it. I'm going to put it online later today. I did my 45 minutes of bag work earlier, but when I came home, I just felt like moving in the wind because there's a lot of wind out there. So sometimes you want to move in the wind and hit the shots, and boom, 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 and turn the angles and show people the footwork. Let them see something they can grow from. Me too, from Virginia, Harrisburg. Have you been there? Yeah, I've been to Harrisburg before. Ain't a whole lot going on in Harrisburg, but I've been there before. I ain't knocking your city, though. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, Harrisburg like 3 hours away from here. John Doe. You know why you call yourself John Doe? Because you don't want nobody to know who you really is. Because you're a sucker. All these suckers getting on my channel, talking about nothing. But you know, I get rid of them quick. What up, Jerome Wortham? What it is, man? Elijah, I say, who do you think shadow boxing? Who you think shadow boxing is most important part of training, and how many rounds should I shadow box a day? Shadow boxing is a part of training that is underestimated. It allows you a chance to think. You vision a person in front of you, and without getting hit, without hitting him, without doing a whole lot, you doing movements. It's almost like meditation. Shadow boxing is like meditation. The way you move, the way you glide, the way you see yourself, pop, 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 stepping to the side, pop, 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 turning, pop, 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 turning, turning, turning. You know, you see it as if you're in a fight. So shadow boxing is an important part of boxing because it's the part that allows you to sit down, mentally focus, train, but not overtrain, and just give yourself a position, putting yourself in a position where you actually looking like you in a fight, but you ain't fighting nobody. So you ain't got to come home beat up. You don't got to bang out in a shadow boxing session. Some of shadow boxing sessions is just you moving around, just you casually throwing punches and just seeing what you're working with, seeing how it looks and how it feels to you, how it feels to step and punch, how it feels to cut the angle, how it feels to step off, pop, 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 step back, pop, 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 take 2 steps back and cut the angle. Brrr. You know, you ought to do yourself all that. You can do yourself all that. So that's why I shadow box. I shadow box because it's mental. It's like going for a jog instead of a run. I go for a run when I want to, when I'm training and trying to beat the clock. But I go for a jog, man, when I'm just trying to just enjoy my time. A jog is different because I turn the music on, man, and I just be out there running, dog, and I be having myself a ball. You mentioned in one of your videos about water and protein intake and weight to fall off. Can you explain? Weight to fall off. Mentioned in one of my videos about water and protein. Well, I don't know which video you're referring to, but protein is a very important product that you put into your system. And a lot of times when you get hungry, you're not really hungry. You just need to put something in your stomach. So then you put that water up in there, and when you don't want no more water, you drink that protein. If you drink enough protein shakes a day before you get to dinner, you'll only want dinner. You only want dinner. And then when you eat the dinner, and make sure it don't have no junk in it. It's just, I don't know what you eat like, because I don't know if you're vegan, Presbyterian, or whatever the thing is. I don't know what you is, but the bottom line is, if you eat chicken and you eat eggs for breakfast, drink a protein shake. Eat a salad for lunch, drink a protein shake. Eat dinner, drink a protein shake. And make your dinner chicken and vegetables and protein shake. You want a snack? Get fruit. Apple, oranges, grapes, bananas, pears, watermelon, cantaloupe, sour sop, anything you can get your hands on that's fruit, or peanuts, cashews, sunflower seeds, anything like that. Get some graham crackers. Get something that'll work with your system. And that's how you make your whole thing. You want to see some weight fall off? That's how you're going to do it right there. When you cut out the sugar, and the sugar is in the sugary drinks, it's in the sodas, it's in the 16 plus ounces of coffee, and you putting 4 sugars in there, that's the sugar. You get rid of the sugar. Stop eating honey buns, cupcakes, cookies, crackers, you know what I'm saying? Graham crackers. Eat graham crackers. You know what I'm saying? And if you eat crackers or eat tater chips, read the back of the bag or the back of the box. It says a serving size of Doritos, a big bag of Doritos, says a serving size is like 14 chips. Put 14 chips in your bowl, roll the bag up, put a clip on it, and get the rest of them tomorrow. That's a serving size. Eat your dinner, eat the 14 chips. Promise you. You'll watch yourself lose weight like you wouldn't believe. Hey, look, man, I went on that diet. That was the diet I went on before I became vegan. I went on that diet in 2013. I lost 60 pounds in 60 days. Then I decided, over a course of actions and counter reactions, I just wanted to go vegan. I want to see what it was like. And then here you go, 12 years later, I'm still vegan. And look, it is what it is now. But if you want to lose weight, or you want to hear a little bit more about losing weight, I got a video on my channel. It's called The Best Plan to Lose Weight by Coach Carl. Go right up to the search bar. Put in The Best Plan to Lose Weight by Coach Carl. It'll break weight loss down in numbers. It'll show you how to calculate numbers and how to make those numbers work for your weight. Trust me. It's going to get you there, ma. It'll get you right where you want to be at. Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all being online. It's a Friday afternoon, man. Y'all could be doing anything right now. Say you need help losing weight bad. Losing weight is right. You are in the right place at the right time for the right reasons. That's the bottom line. All you gotta do is pull up the information. First, you gotta ask the question, and then you get the information. Once you get the information, all you gotta do is follow it. And then you can get up here and tell us about your progress as you progressing, because in about 30 days, you're gonna see a difference. You're gonna see a difference. Gonna start falling off 1 pound at a time, and before you know it, you're gonna be lost 30, 40 pounds. You're gonna be getting where you wanna be at. Then, because you're bringing in so much protein and cutting down the carbs and bringing in so much protein and cutting down the sugar, you're gonna find out real quick what's under that pack, what's under that belly. It's gonna be a 6-pack. Man, I just took a picture of myself today. I don't take pictures of myself that often, but a boy took a picture of himself today, and look, that's what was under that belly. I ain't know what was under that belly, but that's what it was. It was a 6-pack. Ain't that something? At 58 years old. Andrew Harper, what's good, dog? What's good with your homeboy? Hey, man, Andrew Harper. I did them 300 squats today, and I'm gonna tell you something funny. When I got to 250, I had a 20-pound weight vest on. I was just doing regular air squats. And I got one set of 100, next set of 100. When I got to the next 75, I stopped for a second. And I grabbed a dumbbell, and I held a dumbbell, and did the last 25 with my legs was on fire, because they was already sore. But I said, why not? Why not, Carl? Why not just kill him some more? Kill him some more. Why not just kill him some more? Just kill your legs till you can't walk. Then I had to sit down for an hour before I went for my run. Run was 5 miles. Then I came back home. I said, I feel pretty good. I'm gonna shadow box for like a couple of minutes. Say you're a woman and you know some women are ripped, but I don't want a 6-pack. I just need muscle and weight loss. Thanks. Hey, look, you can get anything you want. Remember, you control the dial. All you do, you decide how far you want to go with it. Look at my plan online. It's called The Best Plan to Lose Weight. It's that simple. Go to Google. I mean, not Google. Go to YouTube. Go to the search bar. Put in The Best Plan to Lose Weight by Coach Carl. And then go to work. Trust me. You'll get what you want. You stop where you want to stop at. I had people ask me, how much weight should I lose? It depends on how you feel when you're looking in the mirror. I had guys. I had a guy named Chuck, lost 65 pounds. Had a guy named PD, lost 85 pounds. And they were starting to get trim and slim. And they was like, I've been heavy all my life. And the coach just showed me how to get the weight off. And now I'm going to take it to the next level. And the bottom line, y'all know what I did. I did it to myself. That's why I know it's going to work on you. I did it to myself first. It's not that hard. You just got to follow it. And then I got all kinds of exercise plans. I got an exercise video that's a basic exercise video on my channel. It's called the 50 Package by Coach Carl. Everything you want to know that I'm teaching, go to my channel, put it in the search bar. The 50 Package by Coach Carl. Put my name behind it so when it come up, you're going to know it's me. I'm going to tell it to you in plain English. I'm going to show it to you in plain English, the 50 Package. It ain't nothing to that. Say you want it. Be right back. I'm right here. I'm waiting on you. Ma. I can't tell half the time when I'm talking to a girl or talking to a guy. But I know what I am talking to, a person. And that's the only thing that matters. Yeah, I've been 200 of those with 20-pound vest on. Yeah, man. Hey, look. Legs was on fire today, bruh. Legs was on fire. I'm surprised I made it through. Hey, look. Then I went and sat down. All that area around the top of your knee, the bottom of your thigh, man, it was all done, bruh. It was all done. I put it in there, though. I was a little wobbly. Junior, what up, dog? Glad to have you up here, man. My day going great, bruh. Been a long training day, but you know, ain't nothing different than what I did yesterday. Ain't gonna be nothing different than what I do tomorrow. Hey, look, man, it is what it is. You get what you put in. You get out from what you put in. If you want to be a superstar, act like it. If you want to be the champ of the world, act like it. If you want to lose 20 pounds, act like it. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a player, then act like it. You know, learn to play rules. Stop being a fool and learn the rules. Jelly Boo, what up? Julia, let me see. Just got out of work. When I get home, it's program time, baby. Hey, I feel you. Make it happen, Captain. You control this. This is your life. No matter what nobody else say, this life belongs to you. You don't owe it to nobody else to do nothing nobody else asks you to do. But you do owe it to yourself to do what you tell yourself to do. That's why I tell myself, okay, Carl, today we're going to do this. Oh, you for real? We're going to do all that? Yeah, we're going to do this today. Why, man? Why? Because you trying to get somewhere. Y'all know I'm 58 years old and I'm out here busting. If I'm out here busting it, y'all can bust it. Yes, sir. Ma. Appreciate it. Let's get it in. Everything y'all want, y'all got. Man, you know, yesterday, man, it ain't even yesterday, for the last week, man, I've been wanting a sub sandwich. But, you know, ain't many sub sandwiches I could eat, right? So I said last night, I got online and I started Googling, dog. I Googled tofu, romaine leafy lettuce, vegan cheese, tomato, cucumber. I think that might be it. Yep, I went and bought all that today. And some bread, but I bought this kind of bread that's like, it's real decent made. It don't got a lot of calories, a lot of carbs in it. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'll make me a sub sandwich today, man. People, it ain't gonna be on a sub roll, but it's gonna be a sub sandwich. And it's gonna be good. I never even had, well, I had tofu in other meals. I had the meal that is like tofu and marinara sauce, stuff like that, you know, a Japanese type meal, Chinese, whatever it is, Filipino meal, I don't know what it is, but it was a meal. And it was good. But damn, I'm about ready to start doing something. Hey, look, sometimes you got to experiment outside. Hey, look, I wanted a sub, but didn't know how to make one based on my dietary. You know what I'm saying? I'm 23 trying to better myself. Hey, look, you in the right place, bro. At 23 years old, well, you at the game, bro. That's where the game starts at. You are out of high school. If you're not in college, you're out of college right now. You are living life. Now is when life starts for you, bro. Now is when you can change your whole game, bro. No matter what happened yesterday, you ain't got to think about that no more. You on a new day today. It's time to make it happen. 23, man, that's when it starts right there, bro. You done with the mess. You already over 21. You know what it's like to go to the club. You know what it's like to meet people, whether it's guys or girls. You know what it's like. You know what the game is like. You know what the shame is like. You know what I'm saying? You know how much money you throw it away. Now it's time to put it together. All of that right now by 23, you supposed to have a plan now. Now is when the plan starts. And if you don't have a plan, make one today. Start off with. I'm going to tell you what everybody's plan should start off with. Eating right and exercise. Those are two things that should start your plan. Because if you don't do that, guess what? We're going to have a bad day. Because there's a whole lot of people I know right now make $150,000, $200,000 a year, but they're at the hospital all the time. Diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, you know, all kinds of stuff. Still out there running the game. Guy told me a couple of days ago that his best friend, 55 years old, he like 4 years younger than me. Well, yeah, 55. I'll be 59 this year. So he 4 years younger than me. He already have a baby. Now, how you gonna have a baby at 55 years old, dog? You should be out of the baby game by now, but cats ain't figured it out, man. They ain't figured out. Say you've been wanting hot chips all week. This is what you do if you got discipline. You get you a bag of hot chips and you take 5 chips out of the bag and sit them in a bowl. You put the rest of the bag up. Don't start eating until you put the bag up. Tell yourself that's all I can eat. And look, eat them nice and slow. Make them taste real good. And then go on to eat the real food that you're supposed to be eating. Ninja Q say I'm chilling in school right now. I want sparring. You went to sparring yesterday. Hey, look, how'd it turn out for you, dog? Did you do better than you did last time? I work construction and take care of my dad. He had kidney disease. All right, well, look, man, we're going to pray for your dad and make sure your dad get back to 100% healthy. And we're going to pray for you because people don't understand that you got a lot of responsibility too. You taking care of your dad. Your dad is ill. You taking care of him. I need to pray for him, but I need to pray for you because you got a life, you got a job, and now you're taking care of your dad. So yeah, it's a lot going on in your world. But look, if you can't work out, if you're too tired to work out before you go to work, then work out before you go to work. And if you're too tired to get up in the morning and work out before you go to work, then do a basic workout routine while you're at work and make sure you eat right because that's the whole thing. Do not put wealth in front of your health. Everybody want to make money. Everybody need to make money, but everybody need to stay healthy. Because if you don't, you're going to spend that money in the hospital. Let your dad be an example to how you don't want things to happen to you. I don't know how he got what he got, but whatever, however he got it, you know, you don't want to get it. So take care of him, make him better, and then look at what he had to do to get better and understand you don't want that to be you. Mama said you can make your own vegan meat with beans, with all the veggie toppings and vegan cheese and bun and oregano, and that sub is fire, says the person that needs to lose weight. Hey look, I can't eat it all the time. I'm telling you, I got one day a week that I eat something out of my norm. I normally, you know, y'all know my story. I eat from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. I'm OMAD. So when I eat, it's usually 2 different bags of vegetables. It's an apple, an orange, a banana, 1 or 2 of the 3. I eat 2 plant-based protein bars, sometimes a handful of cashews or peanuts, and then I drink my protein shakes. And that's all I eat every day. So I'm eating about 1,300 to 1,400 calories a day. That's including the shakes and the food. Then I drink a gallon of water a day, which I don't have my gallon by me right now. It's over there sitting on the table. But I drink a gallon of water a day. Now, on Friday or Saturday, I always buy a plant-based vegan pizza. It's a 10-inch pizza. And what I do is I split it in half. And I eat vegetables, and I eat the half of that pizza. But lately, when I've been going in the store, they don't have my pizza. So what I end up doing is just buying a bag of vegetables. In fact, I bought a bag of vegetables today that I'm probably going to eat. I'm going to make the sub, cut it in half, and eat half the sub, and then eat the vegetables. And I have an orange and a banana, 2 protein bars. That's my dinner. And at 5 o'clock, at 4:45, I start making my dinner. By 5 o'clock, I'm sitting down. I drink my protein shake first. I drink a double, which is 40 grams of protein. I sit down, I turn whatever I'm going to watch on TV, and then I start watching it. And by 10 minutes to 6, I'm done eating all the food that's in front of me. I get up, go in the kitchen, wash my plate, wash my bowl, drink my next double protein shake, and I'm done eating until tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Oh, yeah, I do. And speaking of beans and all that, I do eat the tensils. I got it's like a tinsel soup type thing. It's like chili. It tastes good. It's all right. Beans and walnut meat. I bought a bag of Takis. Just look at it. And just look at it. Hey, look. Sometimes it take that, bruh. Sometimes going cold turkey is hard for people. But it ain't hard for me because I understand what I want to be, bruh. Yup. I'm going to try to be an amateur by September, which is the month I started trying better myself because of you. That 200 push-ups a day, child. Hey, look, that what it do, Danger Q. Keep pushing it, bruh. I got friends of mine right now that's still on that 200 push-up challenge because once they finally made it through the 30 days, they kept pushing it. They ain't never stopped. Opinion A Tor X. Hey, coach, when did you start taking health seriously and what was the motivation and reason? Well, I was in the best shape of my life up until 40 years old. And from 40 to 46, got in the worst shape of my life. And you know how I did that? Going to work every day and focusing on what I was doing to make money. I always owned a barbershop, but I ended up opening up a boxing gym that was right next door to the barbershop. So the barbershop, instead of closing at 5, started closing at 3. I went to the gym at 3:30 and worked until 9 o'clock at night. Now, keep in mind, when I first opened the gym, I had 12 students that I had trained at my house. Within 60 days, I had 60 students. Within the first year, I had 131 students. You know, hey, look, what I talk about online, I did it in person. So I had 131 students. I had 35 fighters and a lot of people that was just trying to lose weight, get in better shape, and get their lives better. The problem with that is when you got that many students and you the leader of the gym, I had 2 sons that were teaching for me and another young man that was like my godson. When it's like that, you don't have time to work out. My sons worked out because I taught them in a class, and the class they were in, I trained them in that class. And I trained them privately, but I never worked out for myself. So for 6 years, I'm not really working out. All them years of karate, all them years of boxing, I was out of shape, bruh. So then one day I decided at 46 years old, I was walking past the mirror, man. It was August the 12th, 2013. My anniversary is August the 13th. So I was walking past the mirror, just got out of the shower. I was going to look in the closet to see if I could find something to put on for the next day. I was taking my wife out to dinner. But everything I had was too big. Well, should I say too small? Because I had gotten too big. So needless to say, my wife had to go out and buy me something to put on, blah, blah, blah. And, so, hey, man, you know how I go. I looked and said, oh, man, this ain't the way I want to be. I wasn't completely out of shape. I just wasn't in the shape I was used to. I used to weigh 135, 140 pounds. I had gotten up to 201. I had gotten up to 165 because I was in karate and I was competing a lot. And I liked that weight because I was setting them down, even though it was bigger than me. But you know what happens when you 165, but you're supposed to be about 140? You ain't training the way you used to train. 165 turn into 170. 170 turn into 180. And that's how I go. So, in order to get my life back, bro, I decided I'm going to close the gym. I'm going to teach for somebody else so that I don't have the responsibility of 131 students. I closed my gym. My sons went to college. And that was it. I started training. And from there, here's August the 12th, 2013 to now. I haven't missed a single day of training, 7 days a week. And I'm 144 pounds, and I don't know if you've seen me before, but I just took a picture of myself today. I was working out today, and I was outside when I got done working out because of some of the stuff that I was doing. So I took a picture of myself, and that's today, 144 pounds. But I'm 58 years old, so keep that in mind. Being a caretaker is hard. I took care of my mentally ill brother and both elderly parents at the same time and ate myself into an emotional eating. Hey, look, I've been there. I seen it. I lost my mother and father before I turned 49, and I'm 58 now. I'm still missing them every day. I think when I'm training, I used to love to call them up and tell them all the good stuff that I did, but now I don't have that system. So, but me and my wife, we talk a lot. And me and my oldest son, we talk more than anybody else. My oldest son and me, he on the same page I'm on. He trained the same way I train. My youngest son too. My oldest son is 33. He in the army in Germany. My youngest son is 31. He works for the military. He retired. He did 8 years in the Navy and then went government at a military facility. And then my daughter, she's 27. And my daughter, she ain't number 5'1", about 115 pounds. And my sons, they in tip-top shape. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's doing their thing. Everybody go to the gym. Everybody working out. And so, yeah, it's tough. But I talk to them because that's who I do it for. I pay attention to my pops. He taught me a lot about how I work, and even when I'm sick, still has a lot of knowledge. It's hard for me to ask or for advice or sometimes, but I always try to learn. Hey, look, I told my dad one day, I said, I'm learning from you even when you don't think you're teaching me, which means that I was paying attention to everything he was doing. So if he said something bad, I said something bad. If he did something crazy, I did something crazy. I thought it was cool because he was doing it. And then one day I was like, you know what? Let me get myself together. He got himself together. I got myself together. How many scoops of protein you put in a shake? It's 2 scoops to make 20 grams of protein. I do 4 scoops. I make it 40 grams of protein in a 16-ounce bottle full with water, and I shake it up and I drink it. Then about an hour later, I drink the same thing. That's how I get my shakes in during my 1 hour. J. Calm, I gotta go. Thanks for help. Look into the chia seeds, amazing nutrients, great for digestion. I had them before, but I ain't really like them all that much. I like cashews, sunflower seeds, and peanuts. Hey, look, I keep it 100 simple, bro. I don't change my meal plan at all. I keep it. The only thing I'm doing different today is tofu. That's the only thing I'm doing different. Make a spinach dough and marinara sauce vegan cheese, and it's the best pizza. Okay, I buy this vegan plant-based pizza, but they just ain't had it in a while. I'm gonna have to make my own. My wife is a cook, man. She been a cook since before I met her. She worked at everything from restaurants to the dining rooms to the hospital. She worked in the school cafeteria. She was a cafeteria manager. Yeah, she know that food game. And she know it too well sometimes. I'll be like, I can't eat that. That's a pretty deadly dinner, but I'm gonna go along today because I wasn't allowed to go for a walk for a while because someone killed our dogs recently. Wow. Hey, look, man. Hey, look. Take care, bro. Wow, 130. Yeah, man. I had 131 students, bro. It was a lot of people. The gym was open from 8 a.m. in the morning till 9 o'clock at night. I had my youngest son teaching in the morning, and my oldest son would help him in between cutting because my oldest son, both of my sons went to barber school, but my youngest son worked in the gym. My oldest son just worked in the barber shop and in the gym. Tight champ, I'm curious, when you got out of shape and gained weight, were you experiencing high blood pressure or any other health issues? I've never been sick a day in my life. Thank God for small favors. I didn't do it by myself. I was 14 when I went in the hospital because I had what they thought was strep throat, but it ended up being strep throat and mono at the same time. But I was 14. I ain't know no better, drinking behind other people and all that. Yeah, so that's the only time I've been sick in my entire life. I haven't had a common cold, nose running, eyes running, sneezing, coughing, sore throat, since I was 20. Because when I met my wife, I was 23. I hadn't been sick in years. And I've never been sick through the whole time I've been married. My wife had COVID, my son had COVID, my grandson had COVID. I took care of everybody. Slept in the same bed with my wife and everything. Kissed her in the morning, kissed her at night. You know what I'm saying? I ain't catch no cold. I ain't catch nothing. The doctor told me I had a strong immune system and a high tolerance. Only thing is the high tolerance will get you in trouble because it means you could drink a whole lot and not be drunk. So that ain't work out. I had to watch that. But no, I never had high blood pressure, low blood pressure. Never had no ailments in my life. Don't have no illnesses at all. No rashes. No. I'm not allergies. None of that. I don't none of that. I just wake up in the morning. I've been big my whole life. Last year in May, I weighed 340 and I'm down 250 right now. Hold up, I lost you. And now I feel stuck. Any advice? It's all about the food. Whatever you was eating, cut it back a little bit. Hey, look, the whole thing is we don't gain weight from waking up in the morning. We gain weight. Nothing can happen to your body unless you put something in your mouth. Period. I explained that to a guy this morning. Nothing can go wrong inside your body until you put something in your mouth. If you only drink water every day and drink protein or just had a sensible meal, vegetables and all every day, you'll never be sick. Nothing ever be wrong with you. But the problem is we got to experiment with stuff because that's the way human nature is. That's why you go in Walmart and you walk around, they got aisles full of stuff. You got stuff you can't even name, but you'll still buy it and eat it. You don't even read the nutritional fact label on the back. Most people are probably eating 200 grams of sugar a day. Look at my video that says the best plan to lose weight. Put it in the search bar. The best plan to lose weight by Coach Carl. And let me teach you how to eat based on the numbers. Based on the numbers. It'll tell you right from the beginning what to do. Poetic Meats, what up, dog? Herb Gillespie, what it do, man? I have been sick in decades either. I haven't been sick in decades either. High school I had perfect attendance. Hey, look, man, I ain't never missed a day of school. My mama wouldn't let me miss a day of school. If I had a cold, go to school anyway. I never was a sickly kind of person my whole life. That's why when I turned 14, I was at the crib and I was turning my head like this. Mama said, what's wrong with you? I said, I don't know, my neck's stiff. I thought it was stiff. And she was like, let me see. And she touched my neck and you could feel the lymph nodes on the side of my neck. They're swollen up. Went to the emergency room. The doctor came, my family doctor came and saw me, put me right in the hospital. I was in the hospital for like 7 days. 3 of them, they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. Oh man, I know a lot of people are sick out here. I just watched a friend of mine sent me a picture. He's on oxygen. He got a hole in his heart. He got blood clots on his lungs. I done seen it all, bruh. I had a guy die on me a couple of weeks ago. He fell in the floor and had a heart attack with no warning, and he wasn't sick. He was 70, just fell out. He wasn't out of shape or nothing. He used to walk all the time. And woke up one day and went walking through the house and fell on the floor. That was the end of it. I had another older gentleman who I used to cut. He used to walk slow, but I just thought he was walking slow. Come to find out he had kidney ailment and everything. I don't think he knew because he hadn't been to the doctor. Hey, look, man, I'm watching people die all the time. Yeah, man, Mama got a great immune system. But, it's all about what you do to take care of it. First of all, you exercise. Exercise boost up your immunes. Then on top of that, you eat right. You don't eat a whole bunch of junk. I've been cut out of junk. I probably was close to having things wrong with me, but you know how it is. You eat right. We couldn't eat all that junk food when we was growing up because my mama couldn't afford it. So my mama always made us chicken and string beans, collard greens, or corn. That was the food of choice. With two or three chicken wings, and we was good to go. We didn't have a whole lot of tater chips and cereal and stuff because we couldn't afford it. And when I got older and I could afford it, I started buying stuff, but I wouldn't buy that. But I did have my honey bun craze, bro. Honey buns was my junk. Cupcakes, boy, you couldn't tell me nothing. Cupcakes and cake. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to get out that, bro. Get out that. What do I think about burpees? Burpees are good for somebody. I don't do them. I might do them just as a video, just to show somebody else something, but I don't like them. You know why I don't like them? Because I do so many exercises that train every part of the body to get me past the burpee stage. So what burpees do, to jump in the air, to get down, to one push-up, to kick your legs back out and all that, I do other exercises that do triple that amount. So by the time I do a burpee, it's just like, boop, boop, boop. And I just don't feel like it's working for me. I did 100 burpees one day just to record a video for somebody else. But I wasn't tired. I'd rather do other exercises that hurt a lot worse. See, a lot of people are checking out. A lot of dudes I know smoke and drink every day. That stuff killing them. Hey, you ain't know? It's poison. They're putting it right in the body. If you eat too much sugar, it's poison. How you think people becoming diabetics? Hey, look, they ain't becoming diabetics from drinking water and eating bread. They eating a whole lot of other stuff, sending them right out of here. So we got to be careful. We control us. I tell people, my philosophy is I will not die from things I can control. So that's no diabetes, no high blood pressure, no low blood pressure, no high cholesterol, none of that. I ain't trying to die from none of that. So those things you can control. I'm tired right now. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I'm tired right now. I'm trying to tell you. I told you I came home from my run and did a shadow boxing session outside in the parking lot, and I was already tired when I did it, but I did it anyway. Why? I don't know, man. I have no idea. I just do stuff. I just do stuff. I'm going to put it online later, but it's on the phone. I would have showed it to you, but it's on this phone that I'm using for the live stream. This phone right here. It's got the stuff I did earlier. If y'all seen my new video, 52 block boxing, if y'all know anything about 52 blocks, it's a lot about the way you block with your elbows. When you block in 52 blocks, you throw your hand up and you put your hand here. So it's like, and what you're doing is you are enforcing your block. So if you hit me, I'm pushing in. I'm keeping the block, keeping your punch from doing any damage to me. So the thing is, I made a video. It's on my channel. It's called 52 Block Boxing. 52 Block Boxing. This example. So that's showing you, and it's hard when you're trying to do a style, and I ain't just outside. I could just be outside hitting the bag, ain't no big deal. But when you got to do a lot of extra, read all about it, yeah, buddy, it get tight then. You start getting tired. And I did, I was doing 2-minute rounds, but I did like 5 2-minute rounds. But man, I was starting to get tired because it's not something I normally do. But I just try to do things, man. I'm a stickler for basically doing something that can help you. I'm not doing something to show you what I could do. I'm doing something to show you what you could do. Remember, I'm the one that's 58. Most of y'all ain't 58. So many silent killers out here, you could do everything right. Sometimes it's genetics. That's true too. That's why you got to start taking care of you. Now, what your mom and daddy did before they had you, You know, that ain't got nothing to do with you. You can control that. But you can take care of you before you had kids and put the same thing on them. You know, they say high blood pressure is hereditary. You know what I think about that? I don't believe it's hereditary. I believe in a house, everybody's eating the same thing. You ever notice that you can see a heavy lady and a heavy guy, and then they have a heavy kid? How is that possible? You can stop that. You knew that being heavy for you and your husband or you and your wife wasn't working out, so why not change it for the child? Why feed the child the same things that you doing? Somebody asked me what's the 5 hardest hitting boxers of all times. I don't know because there's no such thing as a hard hitting boxer. It's another guy that can't take a punch. So you'd be better off asking me who's the 5 people that can't take a punch. I mean, because hitting hard don't win a fight. You can hit so hard you can knock a hole in the wall. But what if you don't get to hit the guy? I ain't never been hit with a solid shot or kick with a solid kick my entire life. Not that I didn't know, not that I couldn't, but I just didn't get caught with it. I saw it coming because to throw a solid shot, a real hard hit, you got to set it up. And I ain't talking about a just good hit. I'm talking about a room from Carolina type punch. I see it coming. Okay, move out of the way. I ain't gonna block punches before I can get out of the way of them. I'm gonna get out of the way and let you punch in the air. It's like I used to do pad work with people, right? And mitt work. And when I say, come on, man, let me do some mitt. I say 1, 1, 2. I go 1, 1, and the 2, they try to knock my hand off. You know what I do? I see the punch coming, I move the mitt. They hit, coach, my arm hurt. I said, stop trying to hit the pad so hard. They said, but you told me to throw 1, 1, 2. I said, you want to hit it hard, you hit the bag. Pads ain't for hitting hard. They for hand-eye coordination, speed, training, to see where you at when you finish throwing that punch. Because the way you throw a punch that hard, while you hitting the bag, I can hit you twice. You see what I'm saying? While you hit my pad, I can pop, pop, hit you twice, pop, pop. Because you focused on the power. You focused on slowing it down and making it tense. I don't like power punches. I like good punches. And I tell people, I told the guy up here yesterday, he said, but if you can't knock nobody out if you don't hit them with power. Bull crap. It takes 3 pounds of pressure to knock somebody out. Now, I'm gonna explain this to you just in case some of y'all didn't hear this message yesterday. It takes 3 pounds of pressure to knock somebody out. You just gotta know where to hit them at. So what I want you to do is I want you to study your anatomy. Things in your body work a certain way for a reason. Your liver is a sponge. It contracts when it's been hit and it stops all blood circulation throughout the body. It's feeding everything. The minute it gets hit, it does like this. Everything stops. Why you think when a guy get hit, he be like, then he go down. You know why he go down? Because he didn't have time to get himself back together. And depending on how good the hit was and what kind of shape his liver's in, when he get back up, he ain't got but an 8 count. It takes longer than 8 seconds for that thing to regenerate and start feeding blood throughout the body all over again. Let me explain something to you. When you know your anatomy, you know that your equilibrium is held in your ears. So if you get hit with a good ear shot, you guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna lose your equilibrium, which means you're gonna come straight down like a sack of potatoes. You know what this is right here? This is the orbital bone. You don't wanna get hit in the eye. Why? Because this swells up and causes you to have eye problems. You don't wanna get, if you're in a street fight or if you're in a martial art defensive position, you don't wanna get hit like this in the nose, a palm strike in the nose. Why? Because you have nasals in your nose that can get shot to the back of your head. You can't breathe. You don't understand that when you hit somebody in the jaw, stop hitting them like this. If you want to hit them in the jaw and do damage, hit them like this. Why? Because that's where the jaw line divides, right? So if you see this, that's how you're going to break the jaw. Just that simple. If you don't know your art, you don't know your anatomy, you don't know your craft, then how you going to win a fight? But you just out there throwing punches at his chest muscles? People say, your person hold his guard like this. You say, I can't hit him, coach. He blocking everything. Okay, hit all this. In about 3 minutes, he going to feel like he been in there doing wrist curls all day. Then he going to be able to hold his arms up. You can damage all this. Some guys got a hurt wrist from hitting the bag. And he in a fight, hoping you don't hit that. That hand bending over like this. Hey, look, he like this. Hey, look, man, you got to know your anatomy. Know how your body works. Say, never thought of pad work in that sense. Yeah, pad work ain't meant to bang a pad. You ain't supposed to hit a pad hard, try to knock it out the guy's hand. People do it all the time. Even Mike Tyson do it. Don't make it right just because Mike do it. You know what I'm saying? All I'm telling people is, look, pad work is for pop, pop, pop. Pop, 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 pop. That's how you learn how to throw punches fast and quick. Too many people are tensing up before they throw a punch, and they like, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Joe, Y45, what up, dog? I tried to go vegan, vegetarian, and it's tough. I almost went crazy. Had to cave in and get me a big, hey look, a big arch. Hey look, man, it ain't that bad. You just gotta know what to eat. People don't tell you what to eat. If I don't break it down for you, you ain't gonna know what to eat. If you don't know what to eat, then you're gonna go back to what you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Man, those liver shots are delayed and will stop you. I actually got mad the other night, drunk, so stupid. Cracked my pinky, hand all swole. Hey, look, J. Carl, get it together, bruh. You can't damage your body. This is your temple, bruh. You can't damage your own body. That's like chopping your wee-wee off, man. I don't want it no more. Okay, what you gonna pee out of? You ain't got no wee-wee. What you gonna pee out of? Get it together, man. You can't damage your own body. Come on, man. I wish you was right here. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. Did you feel it? Did you feel it? Come on, man. Come on, man. We got to get this thing together, man. We working together, man. When you was drinking, you know what you should have did? You should have got on here. You should have got right up here so I could have told you, put that bottle down. Somebody asked me the other day, I can't stop eating though, coach. Put the fork down. That's how you stop eating. Hey, look, that's how you stop everything. You change it. I had this guy. I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I know it's some women up here, but I don't mean to offend nobody. But I'm not. It's not gonna be an offensive story. But I just got to prepare you for it. All right. I'm trying to tell you how people get caught doing things that they shouldn't be doing. Look, I had a guy come to me one time, and all he talked about was getting sex. I gotta get some, coach. I gotta get some. I don't care. I gotta get some. I gotta get this girl. She prettier than that girl. That girl got a bigger booty than that girl. I say, when the lights is off, you can't tell who you having sex with. He said, what you mean? I said, listen, it's all the same, bro. Their bodies are made the same. Somebody got a little bit more skills than somebody else, but the reality is, you can't tell who you getting. He said, I mean, but it'd be good. So I said, so you put your joint in anything. He said, I mean, not really, but I said, listen, I give you $100 right now. If you go outside and put your joint in a hole on the ground, it's a hole in front of the shop in the grass. It was a hole. He didn't know that that's where they took the sign out of. When I bought the building, they took the sign out, the pole. So the hole was about this big. I said, go and put your joint in that hole. I give you $100 right now. Ain't nobody, it was dark outside. Ain't nobody outside. Just put your joint in the hole. He said, I ain't putting my joint in there. Exactly. Exactly. You don't know where the other holes came from. You don't know what's in them. He was worried about something jumping out the hole and biting his joint off. Well, but you don't think about that when you're doing it with somebody else. And you willing to put it in that hole, in that hole, in that hole, in that hole, bruh, get it together. If you can't figure it out, get it together. I'm trying to help you right now. Hey, look, he was like, man, I ain't even thought about it like that. Hey, look, I said, look, man, you danger and you're putting yourself in danger, bruh. Why you gonna put yourself in danger? For 20 minutes of pleasure. And then, this is the story, this is the other side of the story. And girls, if you're on here right now, stop letting him. He don't deserve that. Make that dude work for that. And I ain't talking about make him pay for it. Make him work for it. Make him be something before he get that option. Make him be something. He can't come in the house acting stupid just because he got a gold chain on and got a few muscles. Give him some. Come on, man. Make that dude work for it. Make him spend some time. But girls are always telling me, I'm talking about online, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. They're always telling me, I don't know how to find a good man. I keep finding these guys that don't want but one thing. Okay, I got a solution for you. Anybody, mama, anybody else is up here right now, I got a solution for you. It's a solution. This is guaranteed to work. Don't sleep with them. Put a time limit on it up here in your head. Put a time limit on it. And that's for guys too. Guys always worrying about how these girls don't want to do right. They don't want nothing, coach. You just want to have sex. Then don't sleep with them. Put a time limit in your head. Tell yourself, plain and simple. I ain't sleeping with nobody I meet until I've been knowing them for 6 months. I'm going to get to know them. If I think this girl is worthy, about it, I'm going to get to know them. What I'm going to do? I'm going to take them out to the movies. I'm going to take them out to dinner. I'm going to take them to my mama house. I'm going to take them to my daddy house. I'm going to take them to my sister house, my brother house, my cousin house. I'm taking about everywhere we go. I'm taking. I'm gonna see how she fit into this category, fit into this situation. And if she don't, guess what? Ain't no need me sleeping with her. Because you don't even know these people you're sleeping with. Now, the girls, I feel sad for you because you sleep with somebody you don't have no idea who you're sleeping with. But guys, oh my God, guys is just got babies by 5 different women, don't know none of them. I ain't know she was a whole coach. You shouldn't have slept with her until you figured it out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know she just wanted my money, coach. Should have slept with her till you figured it out. I read a story online a couple of days ago about Anthony Edwards, the basketball player, how he met this girl and told her he didn't want to have no baby and blah, blah, blah. And she said, no, I'm straight. I ain't trying to have no baby, blah, 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 blah. And then he sleep with the girl a couple of times and then she come up pregnant. So he says, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you $100,000 so you can go ahead and have an abortion and, you know, this for your troubles. You know what I'm saying? She said, okay, took the money and then had the baby. Then go to court and try to sue for child support. He goes to court, tell the judge the whole story. The judge says, okay, what are we going to do about this? He said, how much is the child support? They said it's going to be about this amount of money. He said, how much is it for 18 years? He said, it's this amount. He said, here's a check, $1+ million, $1.3 million. Here's all your money at one time. See you later. People say, man, that's crazy. No, it's not. He didn't want the baby. And he didn't, you should, but I think you shouldn't have slept with him if that case, because you knew what these people is out here. You rich, bruh. You rich. And that changes people. That make an ugly guy look cute. That make a cute girl look, an ugly girl look cute. Rich. You just gotta, hey man, come on, man. Y'all know the deal, man. The game out here is twisted, bruh. Yeah, say you dated an ex-prostitute in 2018. That was a complete disaster. Hey, look, man. Hey, look. She still wanted to get paid. Hey, look. Jay Cobb, is that what drive you to drinking? Hey, look, that'll drive me to drinking. Hey, look, you got to get it together. Coach said, this guy used to know. Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? This guy used to know. I don't know him no more. I left him alone. Hey, some people don't need your, hey, look, some people don't need your advice. Some people don't need you hanging around. Hey, look, he didn't need me hanging around, man. He had his own plan. He had his own plan of what he wanted to do with his life, and he ain't listening to nothing I told him. I told that dude right now, I seen him about 6 months to a year ago in the grocery store, and told me right then, he said, Coach, you was right, man. I'm upside down in my car, because I kept telling him stop buying new cars and trading his in, but his not being worth nothing, and upgrading to the next level. All they're doing is putting that money on the back end. You know what that dude told me? And this real talk. I don't know how much y'all pay for y'all cars. This dude told me he paid $1,200 a month for his car. And he's $7,000 in the rear, which means $7,000 he gonna owe after he paid. In other words, he behind. He below $7,000. All that. I don't get it, bro. And he ain't had nothing but a Hyundai, a new Hyundai. It won't even know Genesis. A Hyundai Sonata, new jump. Like 2023, I think. 24. Hey, man, come on, man. See, I get the same game to these women, they be hard-headed. Some of them do be hard-headed. Ma, you listening over there? Don't you give nothing away. Hold that for yourself. Keep it to you. You know what I'm saying? Keep it to yourself. Because don't nobody deserve it until they earn it. And you know how you earn it? You about to be a better person. You got to be a better person. You can't be out here just trying to get some, bruh. Come on, man. Y'all know what time it is, fellas. Y'all know better. Y'all know, stop doing all this crazy stuff and thinking something different gonna happen. If you're doing crazy, you're gonna get crazy. You're getting these girls pregnant, you don't want no child, you can't afford a child, you can barely afford to take care of yourself. This world we live in right now, it takes 2 incomes to hold a house down. I was the lucky one, man. I got married, and for the first 11 years I was married, my wife ain't had to work. I ran a barbershop, and I had 4 barbershops. I was killing the game. I told her, you ain't gotta work. And I'm going to take care of everybody until the last one get in school. I ain't lying. You think I'm lying? That's exactly what I said. You ain't got to work until the last one get in school. My oldest son is 33. Next son is 31. Daughter is 27. When my daughter turned 4, she went to Head Start. That's when my wife got a job. That's when she got a job. And we was married a year before my oldest son, before he was born. I wanted no her. I ain't getting nobody pregnant then decided to get married. Look, the funny thing about it is, I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth with my hand to the Bible. No hanky-panky, no none of that, until we was dating for 6 months. She told me, she said, I ain't even think you like me. I said, why you say that? She said, because you won't making a move. I said, no, I don't make no moves. I made them moves before. They ain't get me nowhere. That's why I was single when I met you. Y'all ever seen a dating show? Them dating shows, Love Island and all them shows, The Bachelor. Them people got problems. Nobody never told them the game. Y'all got problems. Hey, look, y'all mess around, ain't had nobody, ain't about nothing, and ain't gonna be about nothing. I don't care what you sell me. She's a bachelorette for a reason. He's a bachelor for a reason. They 30 years old. They done been through 12 relationships that didn't work. Now they on this show trying to hand pick one that do work. It ain't gonna work, bro, because you came on the show the same person. You didn't change you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to talk to people, man. Y'all need to stop doing what you're doing. Jay Com said there's a reason why God said no sex before marriage. The girl gonna be who she gonna be. You gonna be who you gonna be. Your Jones still gonna work. Her Jones still gonna work. Hey, look, both of y'all cleaner than a whistle. Cleaner than a whistle getting into the game together. Instead, y'all out here looking for, hey, look, you meet somebody today at the club. This girl told me one time she kept meeting people at the club. She said, I don't know why I keep meeting the same guys. I said, you keep going to the same place. And that's all that's in there. Married guys that took off the ring, left it in the glove box, in the car. Hey, look, they trying to get some extra. As soon as you tell them you're pregnant, they gonna disappear. They ain't come back to that club no more. I'm taking care of myself and not giving nothing up. You're giving great advice. Hey, look, you know what I'm saying, Ma? I don't know you, but I love you. I love you because you're doing what God would have you do. Hey, look, bottom line is these suckers don't deserve this. They don't deserve this. This is yours. You know, the girl told me when I was 18 years old, she said, you a buster. I said, why? She said, because you won't give me that jank. I said, I ain't supposed to get it. She said, you act like it's special. I said, it is special. She said, why you say that? I said, because everybody ain't supposed to have it. This is special to me. I still wanted to work tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be doing if I mess with you. These girls that had 12 boyfriends by the time we turned 18. 12. 12 plus. Nobody chase. You don't both be chasing nobody. My man Ryan Anthony say, I don't chase no girls. I don't chase nobody. And there's some women out there worth chasing. But when you start chasing them, understand something. You having them conform to being in a relationship. You letting them know you care about them. You letting them know you're going to take care of them. You letting them know y'all going to have a great relationship together. Be honest about it. If you don't really want to do nothing but hit, then say that from the beginning. So you can stop feeding her this line and she can start making plans and looking at wedding dresses and diamond rings. And you ain't planning on doing none of that. Come on, man. You breaking people's hearts. And girls, same way. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a one-sided conversation. These real women up here know, even the young ladies I deal with, some of the 13 and 14-year-olds that's supposed to be 16 to be online. They hearing the story right now and they saying, Coach, tell it like it is, man. Hey, look, you think I got to be 58 years old being a fool? No. I got down on my hands and knees. I had a lot, man, I'm going to let y'all know something, man. I had a lot of girlfriends, man, when I was young, because I was dumb. That's why I ain't know no better. But once I know better, what they say, if you knew better, you should do better. Once I knew better, I started to do better. And I said, God, please, I've been single for a year and a half. I was 21. I'm single for a year and a half. I said, if you guide me to the right person, we're going to be all right. I was sitting on this girl's porch, you know, the kind of house where everybody hang out at, and I saw this girl walk by. And I was like, who's that? She told me who she was. I said, look, I have to holler at her. She was like, her name, blah, 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 blah. I can give you a number. Nope, I don't want a number. I want you to give her my number. Tell her a little bit about me, and if she's interested, give me a holler. She gave me a holler, and she was like, yo, I heard about you. You know what I'm saying? I know who you are. Back then, I went by the name Cool Carl because I was on an independent record label for 4 years, coming out of high school. And so at that point, she was like, I said, listen, I ain't here to play no games. If you ain't got no boyfriend, I want to hang out with you. I said, I just want to come over your house and I want to watch the Cosby Show in Different World. That's it. That was my line. I'm going to come over your house and watch the Cosby Show in a Different World. She was like, well, come on through then. I knocked on the door at 5 minutes to 8. She thought I was joking. She thought I just happened to show up at 5 minutes to 8. Nope, I came there to watch the Cosby Show in a Different World. And then once we watched the show, I gave her a kiss on the cheek. I said, I'll holler at you tomorrow. I said, here's my number. She said, you know, she had my number, but I was like, call me. And she was like, well, call me. I said, no, you call me. Because if you don't like me, you can just drop it right here. But if you call me, you let me know something. I said, call me in the morning. She said, what time? I said, whatever time you want to, because I was just leaving the door open for her. The next morning, I woke up, phone ringing 7:30 in the morning. I was like, yo, who is this calling me at 7:30 in the morning? I answered the phone. Hello. She said, hey, is this Carl? Yeah, this Carl. Who is this? She told me who she was. I said, why you call so early in the morning? She said, call me when I wake up. I was like, I ain't know you gonna call me 7:30 in the morning. I said, that's okay. She said, I get out the phone. Nope. You call me, we gonna talk. I said, what you doing this afternoon? She said, nothing. I said, go to the movies. We went to the movies, went to dinner, went out walking, went to the mall, went out to the park, went to the swing set behind the elementary school. We did all that. I got to know who she was. 6 months we dated. Finally, started making a little move on her. 8 months we got married. Guess what? August the 13th, 2026, it'll be 35 years, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, you pray for what you want, and then when God send them your way, rock with them. Don't let them go. You ask for them, be ready for them. Remember when Tupac was born? Yeah, I remember he's on Different World. That was my joke, man. They don't show Cosby Show no more, Coach. Yeah, they stopped showing. You might be able to find it somewhere, but that was the joke back in the day, though. While you driving, that was the joke. That was a show that we could watch, and it was clean. It had messages. It had everything you needed to make it work, and it was funny. And it was people up there that was cute, people up there that was handsome, people up there that made sense, college degrees. Some of them was bums, but they put it together. They got it together. You know what I'm saying? All of that. That was a good time. TV was real good. Like My Wife and Kids. Bananas. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shows like that. Bananas. Shows that was funny, that didn't have to do too much. Like Sanford and Son. Ain't had to do too much. It was funny. Yeah. Hey, look. On the TV show, Different World, he was dating. Yeah, Jasmine Guy. Hey, look. Jasmine Guy was fly back then. 35 years, that's a blessing. What's happening, my man? Bustin' Dustin, my dog. What it is, man? I read the comment before I read the name. You see how I come up on my volume for you, Bustin' Dustin? Come on my volume. You know I gotta come up. Hey, man, look, I had a question for you, Bustin' Dustin. I ain't gonna ask you the other day. Hey, look, how did you make it through all that snow in Minnesota? That snow was on the chart around the world. Say Martin still your favorite? Martin! Remember when Martin Lawrence said, I ain't about to pay the $5. It's 5%. That is kind of high. He said, no, $5. We did all this for $5. So how old are my sons? 33 and 31. And my daughter's 27. I just got off the phone with my son. He's watching them. He's in Germany. He's watching a movie on Netflix. Yep, just got some. I talk to him every day, about 3 times a day. Yeah, that's my dog. Me and him, we run like we've been running since he was a baby. He was 1 year old. Let's take him in the car seat, and play the music, and he was bobbing his head. That's my son's right there, dog. My son CJ is the one with the white hat on, and my son Nick is the other one. They're my dogs. Say way back in the day, Mayana, whatever it is, it sound good, it spell good. Happy blessings to the family. Thank you. The Jeffersons, oh my God, not George. Not George. George was a man, bro. That was my dog. My altitude changes when I see you alive as well, Coach. Happy to see you. Man, I'm always happy to see you, Buster Dustin, man. You just seem like that kind of guy, man. You remind me of like what's the boy name? Kid Rock. You remind me like a Kid Rock. I don't know you, but you remind me of a Kid Rock type of guy. Somebody I know, or what's the boy name? Rob Didrik. Somebody I know I can have fun with. Martin versus Tommy Hitman Hearns, that joint was hilarious. You see how Martin looked after that fight? Man, this guy texted me. He said, it's about to rain. I said, when I ran a little while ago, it was 70 degrees outside. And now it's 58, but it feels like 47. I don't know what's wrong with this weather. Let me see. Son's official, man, raised his kid. Hey, look, I tried, bro. Hey, look, daughter too. Daughter solid. Daughter solid. Hey, look, my oldest son is 33. He married. He's in Germany in the army. My youngest son is 31, and my oldest son got a son. His son is getting ready to turn 11. And my youngest son got a daughter that's 6, a daughter that's 2, and a son that's 1. And he's 31, and he works for the government in Maryland. And my daughter, my dog, she is 27, be 28 in April, and it's just her and her cat. And that's my daughter. And they always think she about 18. She ain't number like 5'1", about 115 pounds. Hey, look, but she my dog. Hey, look, it's funny because I could text my youngest son. He'd be like, what up, dog? I text my oldest son. I'd be like, my dog or my dude. And I text my daughter. I'd be like, yo, yo. And she'd be like, she'd hit me right back. That's my daughter's cat. And just her and her cat. Her place, and her cat. Look, that's how I get down. And of course, can't have sons and a daughter without a wife. So for those that don't know who my wife is, well, that's her. If you're going to have sons and a daughter, you got to have a wife. My man said I went out to Florida on vacation, got the heck out of here. I would have too. Man, it was crazy snow in Minnesota, dog. Y'all had truck snow. Y'all had the kind of snow you couldn't get by. Kid Rock. Hey, man. Hey, look, my man Bustin' Dustin, that's a cool dude. I ain't never heard his voice before, but he just sounded like the kind of guy you can have fun with. Man, you said it was 93 degrees yesterday and 36 low this morning. Hey, look, man, I don't know what's wrong with this weather. All I know is what they've been telling me. They said this summer it's going to be hot. They say Texas and Arizona already hit 100. Yeah, we about to catch it. Tony Rock and Chris Rock are funny. For sure. Chris Tucker having a few shows in Toronto. Chris Tucker's the man. Hey, look, I watch Rush Hour in a minute. You know what I've been watching for the last couple of days, though? Excuse me. On my private time, the last couple of days, man, I've been watching Friday. Friday, next Friday, and Friday after next. Them joints is funny, man. Them joints is funny. Somebody say, am I still gay or have I changed my mind? Why, you think I'm cute? Just go ahead and say it. Put yourself on the block, bruh. Friday was funny. Debo. Remember when Ice Cube hit him with that brick? Hey, look. It had to go to fighting on that joker, man. Hey, look, that's what it is. I asked about your sons because I've grown to learn and appreciate my dad a lot more in the last few years and wanted to tell you it's hope. I hope your sons appreciate the great father they had. Hey, look, them my dudes, man. Real talk, Bustin' Dustin. Them my dudes. They will do whatever. I can call my son right now if I got a problem. He'd be like, hold up. Let me call you. Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to call you. Wherever he at, he be in the military. He be like, I'm going outside. I don't got a problem, but if I did, that's how we roll. Hey, look, I text him, yo, yo. My oldest son in Germany, he's 6 hours away. If I say, yo, yo, he hit me up. Just like that. We talk 3 times a day. We talk at like basically 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. Well, 12 o'clock at night for me, because it's 6 o'clock in the morning where he at. He be on his way to the gym. He go to the gym an hour before he got PT. He do an hour of his own workout, then do PT with the military, and then do his work day. Then he texts me in the car, which is like 12:30, which is like 6:30, or 12 o'clock, which is like 6 o'clock, on his way home. So we talk lunch break in the morning, and then my youngest son, his job is different. He works in a skiff, can't take a phone in there. So we talk. Right now he off work. I'm gonna call him and see what's going on with him. And my daughter, I usually catch her before 5 o'clock because she in the car right now. It takes her 45 minutes to get home from where she work at. Let me see. Busted Dustin say I'm always driving when you're live, so I can never comment as much as I want. Do you have a Facebook? Yeah, I got a Facebook. Carl Parker. CarlParker. I got Facebook, Carl Parker, CarlParker. Instagram, Coach Carl 757, and TikTok, Coach Carl 757. Coach, thoughts on the Iran war and Trump? Hey, look, everything Trump said he wasn't gonna do, he doing it. Remember Trump said he would never put boots on the ground? He said he never wanted to go to war with certain countries. Hey, we done them both. Hey, look, and my thing is, man, hey, look, I ain't a fan of going to war. I ain't a fan of boots on the ground. I ain't a fan of none of this stuff, man. But hey, look, they got a reason that supersedes my knowledge. You know, we went to Iraq. We talking about we was looking for Osama bin Laden, and not Osama bin Laden. What's the boy name? Saddam Hussein. But we was really looking for oil and gold and money. Hey, look, I wish I knew. I ain't a fan of it though. I ain't a fan of no kind of war, man. Can't we just get along? My grandmama gave me that chain. Hey man, you should have fought harder for that chain. He let the dude take his chain and his bicycle. Oh man. Let me see. Yo, coach, how to deal with feeling burnt out on working out. I'm skinny like you know. I just struggle to stay this size. Hey, look, the whole thing is when you think about working out, you gotta have a reason. It's even if it's your reason. Even if you working a month trying to get a six pack. Don't think about working out long term. Think about working out in sets of 30 days or 60 days. When I started thinking about working out, I was like, in 60 days, I want to see how I look. So I worked hard for the 60 days. When I got to the 60th day, I was like, oh, okay. Then 60 more days, I want to see how I look. When I started going vegan, it was like, I'm going to try it for a week. Then I'm going to try it for a month. Then I'm going to try it for 3 months. Then I'm going to do a video on it when I try it for 6 months. And then next thing you know, it was 12 years. Everything has to have a time and a place, even if it's your time and your place. That's how I go. That's how you keep from being burnt out. That and learning new routines to do. So you don't just keep going in the gym doing the same thing. Don't plan it ahead of time. This is my lifting day. This is my shoulder day. This is my back day. Just go in the gym and whatever you feel like doing that day, that's how you log it in. And then tell yourself, I'm only gonna be here for an hour. I'm only gonna be here 58 minutes. And then keep working. I'm only gonna be here 55 minutes. And then give me the best that I got for 55 minutes. Did you read my comment about having a friend similar to you? I missed a few a few minutes to take a call. I'm going to find your Facebook. No, I didn't see the comment. Man, these comments be flying on these junk, bro. But look, I tell you what. Yeah, go see if you can find my Facebook. I put a lot of stuff up there and put more family stuff up there. Debo Pay. I don't know how that is, but DBOYPAII. What up? What up, bruh? Yo, coach, got some workout recommendations for people that have a broken knee. Yeah, do everything sitting down. Hey, look, there's always a way to work out. I sit in this seat. This is a bench seat. I sit in this seat and do dumbbell press. I do press like this. I do butterflies. I do sledgehammer with weights in my hand. I do tricep kickbacks with weights in my hand. I can do curls. I can even lay this seat back and do crunches. Yeah, you can do a lot of stuff. If one part of your body is hurt, use the rest of your body. You don't need knees to do pull-ups. I got a pull-up station right there. You don't need knees to do pull-ups, chin-ups, or dips. Tarika Jones, what it do? Hey, coach, what up? What the medal behind you, boxing and karate? I sent you a message on Facebook. Let me see. I'm right here. Let's see. Bustin' Dustin. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep the buggy rolling. All right. Let's see. Let's see what I got. Coach. Hold on, make sure I ain't missed him out. All right. Coach, can Terrence Crawford take Floyd Mayweather right now? I say yes. I say no. Mayweather, I just came bet against Mayweather. He has proved every single time that he has the winning combination. You got to think, I like Terrence Crawford. I ain't going to lie. Terrence Crawford is solid. But Terrence Crawford was for this time, the time when Mayweather wasn't here. He slid in, made it happen. But Terrence Crawford says that Mayweather is the greatest. Terrence Crawford got a lot of his moves from Mayweather. You can't take moves from a guy and then use those moves to beat a guy. It just don't normally work out that well. Just don't normally work out that well. Bustin' Dustin, I don't see your request yet, but I might be late on arrival. But as long as you sent it to this, as long as it look like that, then we good. Carl Parker. It has a picture of me and my wife in the background and a picture of me without a shirt on. I should be ashamed of myself in the front. You said coach right now, and I still don't think so. Because Mayweather ain't out of shape. And I mean, Mayweather is not out of shape. Remember, you got to remember, Mayweather ain't boxed in a minute under the rules of the game. But he's still been boxing, and he's still training all the time. He's still running, he's still in shape, he's still training. Even at almost 50 years old, I still don't think he can beat him. He'd have to prove it to me. And I like him. I like him, but he got to prove it. And I ain't saying he can't. But I don't know. I think we have more confidence in him than he do. Because he said he couldn't. He didn't say he couldn't beat him. He just said he wouldn't want to fight him. He said Mayweather was his hero. You don't fight your heroes. But look, y'all, gotta go get offline. Been up here now for 83 minutes. Wife just got off, and she about to hit me up on the other phone. So, but it's been a blessing. Once again, it's been a blessing to be up here and talk to y'all. And if y'all missed the whole live stream, or you came late, or you missed parts of it, please go back and look at it, because I'm about to log it online in about a half a second. So with that being the case, look, y'all be safe and take care of yourself, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. I'll be on here tomorrow, should be around 1:30. All right? Holla.